Introduction. Often we fall into the trap of being too kind, constantly pleasing others, which leads to emotional exhaustion and a loss of self-respect. Stoicism offers a completely different approach. In this video, we will explore how to apply Stoic wisdom to break free from this dependency. We will discuss how to respect yourself, maintain personal boundaries, and control your actions in any situation. The Stoics taught that inner strength and discipline are key to a harmonious life. Part 1. The problem of being too kind. Being too kind is when a person constantly puts others' needs above their own. This often stems from a fear of rejection or negative reactions. However, this leads to losing touch with one's own needs and desires. The Stoics emphasize that our primary responsibility is to maintain control over our actions and reactions, rather than being a slave to others' expectations. Advice 1. Understand your motives. Why do you fear saying no? What prevents you from prioritizing your own needs? Reflecting on these questions will help you realize that kindness should not be a result of fear, but should come from a desire to help based on your values. Example, imagine a colleague asking you to stay late to help with a project, even though you have your own plans. If you constantly agree, it will lead to burnout. Stoic philosophy suggests asking yourself, does this align with my goals and principles? If not, you have every right to decline. Advice 2. Remember the importance of controlling your time and energy. Too many compromises at your own expense will lead to inner conflict and undermine your self-respect. Part 2. Personal boundaries and self-respect. Description. The second part focuses on the importance of personal boundaries. The Stoics believe that our happiness and inner harmony depend on our ability to protect our boundaries. When we allow others to violate them, we lose our peace. It's important to learn to say no without guilt and understand that self-respect is a key element of healthy relationships with yourself and others. Advice 1. Prioritize. The Stoics taught that it's impossible to please everyone. Marcus Aurelius emphasized that we should strive to act according to our values, not others' expectations. Example, you feel that your friends often ask for help without considering your time. You can honestly and calmly explain that you have your own commitments and cannot always assist. This is not cruelty, but a demonstration of healthy self-respect. Advice 2. Practice inner dialogue. Before agreeing or refusing, ask yourself, is this something I truly want to do? Does this align with my long-term goals? Part 3. The art of saying no. Description. Learning to say no is an art that requires practice and confidence. The Stoics taught that saying no is not a sign of weakness, but rather, it's a sign of inner strength and self-discipline. Every time you say yes at your own expense, you lose control over your life. Advice 1. Practice small refusals. Start by saying no in small situations to build your confidence. For example, if you don't want to attend a meeting that won't benefit you, politely decline. This will allow you to feel more in control of your decisions. Example, Epictetus said that our freedom lies in controlling what is within our power. You are not obligated to take on others' responsibilities if they conflict with your values. Advice 2. Don't fear others' reactions. Many people worry that their refusal will provoke a negative reaction. The Stoics taught that others' opinions are their business, not ours. The most important thing is to act in a way that is right for you. Part 4. Self-discipline and inner strength. Description. The Stoics emphasized the importance of self-discipline. This quality helps us maintain clarity and control, even in challenging situations. Without discipline, we easily fall under the influence of others and external circumstances, which weakens our inner strength. It's important to develop the ability to act deliberately, rather than succumbing to emotions or external pressure. Advice 1. Engage in self-analysis. Analyze your decisions and their consequences. For instance, after each situation where you agreed to something against your will, ask yourself why you did it and how you could have handled it differently. Example, if you're constantly asked to take on extra work because you fear being seen as a bad employee, start by recognizing that your personal time is a resource you must manage consciously. Set boundaries in your professional life just as you would in your personal life. Advice 2. Use Stoic meditation techniques. This practice helps keep your attention focused on your values and goals. Each morning, remind yourself that your task is to remain true to your principles, not to others' expectations. Part 5. Stoic minimalism, the art of letting go of excess. Description: the Stoics valued simplicity and minimalism both in life and in thinking. This principle can help you shed unnecessary commitments and focus on what truly matters. Letting go of unnecessary tasks and obligations is a path to inner peace. Advice 1: conduct a life audit. What commitments or social connections drain you? The Stoics advised regularly reassessing your priorities and letting go of what no longer serves you. Example: if you're used to being invited to gatherings that don't align with your interests or values, start declining those invitations. Use that time for personal development and important matters that are meaningful to you. Advice 2: embrace the idea that saying no is not a loss. It's liberation from the unnecessary and an opportunity to focus on what's truly important. This will help you avoid feeling guilty about prioritizing yourself. In conclusion, Stoicism teaches us that being too kind does not mean being good. To live meaningfully and harmoniously with yourself, you need to set boundaries, develop self-respect, and learn to say no. By applying Stoic principles in everyday life, you will gain inner strength, discipline, and the ability to overcome challenges. Subscribe to our channel to learn more about developing these qualities and achieving personal growth through Stoic philosophy.